Today, we pride ourselves for being the most liberal, most advanced, the most modern generation. But are we actually advancing? We think that the resources we have at our disposal today are enough to erase our differences, enough to connect us, enough to bring us closer. But are we actually getting closer? We think that our minds don't discriminate anymore. We think that we are completely free of prejudice, moving towards a more equal future, getting familiar with the concept of egalitarianism. But are we even close to that idealistic goal? The illusion our perceptions have created about the world is very different from the reality. And I didn't ponder upon these questions myself until I actually met and interacted with hundreds of young people from all across the world in a competition that I recently attended. Actually communicating with the diverse youth of our world showed me how, it made me realize some things we would not normally see in our daily lives. It dawned upon me that what if in this race of getting more closer and connected, we are actually drifting apart? That if in our attempt to get to the crux of humanity, have we in sooth started to live on the edge of society? So I asked myself, are we actually progressing if a white boy is being mocked at because of being blonde? As if the word blonde directly relates to stupidity, or if his country and its citizens' choices are constantly being made fun of because of how others don't agree with the ideology of their president, or if his entire race is deemed unworthy of respect. This is one of the most subtle forms of reverse discrimination white people face. Just because we want to uplift one group doesn't mean we have to bring down another. Are we actually progressing if a boy from Macedonia, a country I knew very little about, told me that no offense, but I hate these Indian Asian dudes, like who treats women so disrespectfully? At first, I wasn't happy by the way he generalized all Indian men to be disrespectful, but who is he to blame when we ourselves generalize an entire community based on the little things we know about it? For instance, we still refrain from mingling with our Pakistani neighbors just because of the political tensions between our leaders. In the event at the cultural fair where countries set up stalls to portray their culture, India's stall was hardly distinguishable from Pakistan's stall. When I talked to them, those were the people I related to the most in terms of culture, from the things we wore to the things we ate. That is how similar we are, and yet we choose to place barriers between us. Are we actually progressing if I have to hold myself back from talking to people just because I'm scared that I'll offend them? For instance, I met this really beautiful girl from the Bahamas with luscious hair and intricate braids. While I was really curious to ask more about how she cares for her hair and pulls it off so elegantly, I refrained from doing so because I didn't want her to think that I was trying to offend her or her culture in any way. We as a society are formulating systems based on sensitivity instead of resilience. Why should we abstain from having curious, productive conversations just because of the fear of offending someone when that is not what we mostly intend to do? Are we actually progressing if hidden biases are still rooted in us? We all show the most subtle forms of prejudice unintentionally in our daily lives just because of the ancient thought processes which are engraved in us. From the people we choose to interact to the way we distinguish things into right and wrong, age, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, body type, all of them make a difference in how we assess people. Even in the event when we had to interact with people, Chinese people were always asked if they were ready to bag all medals because apparently all Asians are overachievers. A Nigerian girl was asked if it was difficult for her to come this far, as if developing countries can't contribute towards the world. We need to stop thinking that we can't have normal conversations with people we don't share the same ideology with. There's a stark contrast between our perception and reality. We are either too busy hiding the blemishes of our society or are only exposed to politically adulterated facts about things we don't actually encounter in our day-to-day lives. Over there, we became one community, despite of having different opinions, separate upbringings, and simply being different from others doesn't mean you don't belong. But still we convince ourselves that we cannot be similar. To actually bring about a change, we need to repeatedly ask ourselves if we're actually progressing. And the truth for today is that we aren't really progressing as much as we think we are. We aren't getting closer. We are just hiding our differences really well. We consider our dreamy utopia to be a perfect world with no misconceptions, no faults, nothing. But we need to realize that we aren't living. We are just living on the edge of society. Thank you.